Okay, we are live.
Top of the morning to you.
Oh, saints preserve us. Good morning, people.
Chasing the snakes out of the internet. Happy Clout Route Sunday, everyone.
Can I do a jig? Is that a thing? How do they do it?
There you go. Gotta do some leg kicks in there, I think.
I can't. There's no room. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, we're here, people. Happy St. Patty's Day early. I'm wearing green. We were late. I'm sorry.
This is a green.
There's some technical difficulties. You know how it goes. We're going to be late from now on. Just because Harl said that. Good morning, people. Hi, Harls.
Sunday at 11:05.
Hey, Poland. Yes, exactly. I love this, dude. There's not much of a... There's nothing like a little Irish jig, dude. You're going to have some sauerkraut? Some Guinness?
No, I might throw some Baileys in my coffee.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Oh, I should give this a like. This is incredible. Thanks, Motion Array, for the lovely royalty-free music. So we got a lot to talk about today. Okay, some stuff we missed from last week. Damn, this thing's long, dude. We've got some stories from last week that we missed. We've got some Trump dates. Trump updates. I'm trying to combine the words.
There's something there, yeah.
There's something there. Yeah, we've got Trump updates. We've got stalkers. We don't love stalkers, okay? I almost said we love stalkers. We love stalkers, okay? No, we don't. We dislike stalkers, okay?
Appreciate their effort, their grit, and determination. Never accept no as an answer.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a little follow-up on Amaranth's story. Interesting, I guess, a little bit there. We'll see. We'll get to it. We'll see what we think. Also, other breaking news is some clips from our executive producer. All kinds of things, okay? Love it. Love the St. Patrick's Day cheer. Kevin, what have you been up to? Anything new to report?
Just happy to be here, Danny. And at this point, I am glad I no longer drink on St. Patty's Day because I couldn't handle much more of this song. Or I understand why we get drunk on St. Patty's Day now. Like, good Lord.
Oh, V-Dub said sauerkraut is German. My bad.
It's like all the worst parts of bluegrass somehow combined. This is like the ska of folk music.
I like it. I like that even more now that you put it in that perspective. Okay, I'm a ska guy at heart, dude. Okay, I love that. As a '90s boy, I am a ska guy at heart.
Could you imagine an Irish folk jam band? Oh man, like this giant
Dropkick Murphys.
Yes. Ooh.
But yeah, you said like you got to get. Even you got to get a little more like spiritual with it. We need a little more of the Irish soul in it.
Yeah, there was only one guy speaking in tongues, and he's kind of muted early on.
Oh, exactly. Well, I hope everybody's doing well. Let's get into some shit, Kevin, okay? Enough of this Irish bullshit, okay? I can say that as a half Irish man. Enough of this Irish bullshit. Are you any Irish, Kev? Can you talk shit about the Irish? Are you any Irish in there?
Oh, I got a wee bit of the
A wee
Irish in me.
a wee bit of the old, a touch of the old Irish in ye. Is it I mean, like, I couldn't be racist doing it because, like I said, I'm Irish, so it's fine. But like to do the old, to do a leprechaun voice, is that to do like a oh, saints preserve us kind of thing? Is that racist?
It might be. I don't know. Now, come to think of it, I don't actually know I don't know any leprechaun sayings other than "You're after me, Lucky Charms," which wouldn't even be
They're
a real thing
magically
a
delicious.
normal leprechaun would say. It's just some corporate bastardization. Man, poor leprechauns. Something
The Irish are racist against me. Something about potatoes. I think that statement there, V-Dub, okay, is racist, honestly. Why is it got to be? Why you got to talk about potatoes, dude? What's the potatoes about? What do you mean potatoes? Are you gonna tell me to disappear next, like the disappeared Irish? That's not funny, okay? That's serious. Anyways, yeah, let's get into some actual stuff here, okay? Let's get into some stuff. Including my favorite clip ever. This is how I wanted to open the show today, to answer the show today. To answer the call of the show today is this clip. So we haven't checked in with our boy in a while. And honestly, okay, before we we go into it, before we piss our shadow humors off in the audience by being woke. Which honestly, this has no woke in this clip. But he's looking good. For a like old as dirt man, that you think would be stressed to the max, fearing for his life around every corner. He looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think they finally got that color right.
Yeah. I mean, yes, he doesn't look I mean, he always looks overly make-upped, but like it's not the most noticeable thing here. He's good. The makeup's on point. He's looking alive. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So prepare for a lot of Kevin Trumps today.
I had to stock up on lozenges this morning. You ever heard lozenge? It's an old word, not often used. I said it a lot on the campaign. I said, we need more lozenges because doing this voice, it hurts my throat.
Among other things. V-Dub says his comb over is thinning. That's not right. You can't say that about our one true king. Okay.
He does need to come home. But
I forgot to spam everybody with "We Are Live," dude.
Oh, we are at everyone live. Boom. There it is. Yeah. This guy's looking a lot like Cecil from Invincible here. If it weren't for that little tuft.
Okay.
Comb over.
You did it. You did it to me. So have you been watching Invincible?
I just finished season 3 finale last night. Yes.
Oh my God, dude. Okay. Like, I don't want to spoil anything. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, this isn't the show for that anyways. I mean, by the way, if you plan on talking about Invincible at all, hit me up because I would love to talk about Invincible.
Let's do that. Very soon. Let's do that.
But man, dude, that season was incredible. That last episode was incredible. And you know what else is incredible? IGN gave it a 4 out of 10. That's incredible.
Oh, they're nothing if not consistent.
bad.
in their inconsistency. Yeah, also that, yes. That should be illegal to have that negative of an opinion. To have such a poor and negative opinion of Invincible season 3, episode 8. It's illegal. It's very mean what they've done.
We'll deport you, okay? You say anything bad about Invincible, we're gonna deport you back to your home country, okay?
On a Viltrumite
here
prison,
anymore.
by the way. Out there in space.
All right. We might be getting too nerdy, okay?
I love the Viltrumites. I love very strong people. Good people, the Viltrumites. Some people disagree with their methods. I think they're pretty good.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. We might be getting too nerdy with it. But anyways, let's watch. Look out on Dweeb for our Invincible coverage, okay? But let's watch our president get disrespected, okay? I've got a lot of things to say about this fucking clip. How dare you, first off, but let's watch, okay?
Mr. President, obviously you're concerned.
Whoa.
You're concerned about the situation in Gaza. What are the hopes now to get the hospital back?
Look at that thing floating in the breeze.
Yes, sir. Did you see that?
That reaction, dude.
And I ran so far away.
Oh, I love it so much, dude. That fucking face he makes. I mean, everything about this clip is gold. Let's be real, but that face he makes here, I'll just turn down the volume. She just made news, okay? She just fucking made news across the nation. You saw what happened to the last guy that assaulted me.
Dude, isn't that what Keemstar used to say when he would like post his drama alert? He'd be like, "Congratulations, PewDiePie. You just made the news."
Well, the funny thing about that is we're actually, this clip that I'm letting play is reported. That drama alert. Maybe that's what he meant. He's like, you just made drama alert, okay?
Okay.
I knew it.
Who are you, TMZ?
You just made drama alert, okay? They're really gonna lampoon you on there. You're fucked, okay?
Congratulations, you've been punked.
Oh, but yeah, okay, I got it.
But how majestic is that? Like, we have to dispel the rumors, Danny. There's no way that's a toupee. That is a very lengthy comb over, and the way it flaps in the breeze as if it's wind underneath the wings of a bald eagle. It's just.
Well, have you seen that? You've seen that Jimmy Fallon clip, right? I got to bring it up now that I'm thinking about it. You never watched Jimmy?
On the illegal and unintelligible Jimmy Fallon.
He's illegal. Where's Jimmy Fallon from?
Jimmy's, the Kimmels, the Fallons, the Cordons. No, thank you.
I can just tell by that last name he's not American, okay? You ever heard of a Fallon? More like Phelan, okay? Phelan.
James Cordon Bleu, we call him. Too much French food.
Okay, Jimmy Fallon, Donald Trump. Yeah, you can see, like, you're right, okay? You're right. It's a you gotta be kidding me. There's gotta be a clip of this.
I like this guy.
I'm not gonna actually play their clip because I'm sure that we'll get claimed the fuck out of, but you can just see it in the search here. I mean, you're exactly right that he like combs that shit over. I think this one might be edited. This might be blasphemy. Okay, I can't confirm nor deny whether this thumbnail here is the truth.
It does. Like it looks like somebody messed up one of the layers on their Photoshop edit. Where it's like, oops, sorry, boss.
Wow. Sorry, boss. But yeah, he rubs that head like a fucking genie lamp, dude. And he doesn't get any wishes at all, but it does prove that shit's at least attached, you know. It's at least on his head, at least coming out of the brain, you know. But there we go. There's what's that's what our king's up to this week. Getting assaulted by microphones. I mean, how dare you even see it in his face when it happens. He's like, what? Did you just touch me with your mic? Okay, the dirty mic that you're putting in people's faces all day. Okay, you're spitting all over it. You just had fucking Steve Bannon over here sucking all over this thing, and you're gonna touch me with that? Okay, this person got deported.
Yeah, true.
As soon as that interview was over, he's like, "Okay, grab her."
Like, sir, her and her husband have a ski trip scheduled for next weekend. Both legs, I want them broken, both of them.
And just to roll off that while we're at the top, you know, talking about our country being led to its demise or whatever you want to say. I don't care. Kevin and Poland Spring have some Elon drama that they want to get into. Okay. Poland, did you know that she did shorts on YouTube?
No, but considering Poland Spring, I can understand the anti-Nazi feelings. I get that one.
She her show is Fluently Forward. Okay. Poland Spring. What up?
Hey.
Let's see what she has to say. Okay, I'm interested. She sent this my way. Okay, something about Elon. Apparently, I at least remember when hashtag Elon Musk cried over Amber Turd.
Ooh.
So I didn't know they dated.
More like I think she stepped out during the Johnny Depp era. I think Elon and James Franco. What great company.
Both of them fucked Elon. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. Did you? Yeah. Was that a real post Grimes made about certain people's preferences?
I've been okay. I have to bring it up every 2 or 3 years. They start talking about Elon getting pegged. Okay, I promise he doesn't like to get pegged. It's not true. Okay, I don't have any evidence of him getting pegged and enjoying it at all. I do not have it on tape or DVD or, you know, VHS. None of that. Okay, we did not make a sex tape.
I bet, Danny, how much money you want to bet me that he had Amber Heard wear her Aqua Woman costume when it was her turn?
Wait, what's say that again?
Yeah, that's right. I can just see Elon Musk saying like, "Oh, I'm almost ready. Can you put on your costume from Aquaman, please?"
He's like, I told them they should have casted me. Imagine we could have been in that movie together. It would have been so much better. It wouldn't have been woke.
Who's this Jimmy that keeps calling you?
Now, what up, Ren? Good morning. Nice to see you. He says, okay, do you remember this commentary dude, Mr. Sen? This is like, I mean, this is before we came back from break, obviously, but he was like,
it rings a bell.
I forget who he was beefing with. Maybe Slug or something, or I mean, everybody beefs with Slugs.
Well, you know whose side I'm on.
But Mr. Sen has a new political grift. That's interesting. I like it when commentary goes woke and they get political about it, you know. Mr. Sen, I can assume he's a woke lefty. We should go after him sometime. No, I'm just kidding.
Real low energy.
We don't like the woke, okay? Woke Mr. Sen, okay? Jeez, wake up. Just like Joe Biden, you need to wake up.
That would be going woke though, wouldn't it?
You gotta wake up, okay? Don't be woke, but you gotta wake up.
Wake up.
Okay, well, let's listen to Poland. Okay, I've let it go long enough without hearing from her. She's just sitting here staring at us.
Yeah, back
Oh.
to you, boss.
Back to you, boss.
The craziest thing about this toad of today, Elon Musk, is that I remember the Elon Musk of 2017 when he cried in front of a reporter because he wasn't in love and asked to be set up with someone. This was after he had gone through a breakup with Amber Heard, and Rolling Stone came to his house and interviewed him, and he was openly crying about their breakup. And he admitted, like, I was in love, it hurt really bad. She broke up with me more than I broke up with her. Talked about how much emotional pain he was in. Then ended up asking the reporter himself or herself, I forget, who do you think I should date? Is there anyone you think you could set me up with? I need a long-term relationship. I don't want a one-night stand. I want a serious companion or soulmate. And then even went so far to say that if he's not in love, he cannot be happy, and how he hates going to sleep alone at night. Now, granted, we did
Now that kind of like,
Ooh.
I could almost hear him saying that. I can't sleep alone at night. Have to have a woman in bed with me every night. I mean, if you're the richest guy on the planet, I guess you can you can afford that luxury, can't you? Without getting married, the normal way, the way that, more than half of the country would probably say that you should be, married and staying with somebody every night. Elon just has a new floozy every night, a new one.
Danny, I just realized something. Elon Musk is in search of a boyfriend-free girl. Probably has a preferential age range. He just needs to go borrow Chris Chan's sign and go stand out on campus at a university somewhere seeking one boyfriend-free girl. I think even the racial preferences that Chris Chan had probably work for Elon too, based on that research we did for that video. Interesting.
V-Dub says, I bet he was sent a medallion. Dude, wouldn't it be hilarious if he thought, this is how you could prove that the Chris Chan Sonichu medallion is actually cursed, okay? Because this guy is I mean, you can argue how lame Elon is or whatever, all you want, but he's on top of the world right now. Okay. He can't, I mean, without actually being president, you really can't get much higher than on top of the world than what Elon is. So, to really test the validity of that theory, the Sonichu medallion theory, somebody should send it to him, and maybe he'll think it's so funny because of course, as an online memer, Elon must be, he knows all about Chris Chan and Sonichu medallions, I'm sure. And he'd be like, oh, cool. Yeah. See, look, I got the Sonichu medallion. I am become meme. Everything's computer. And then he the plane he's in crashes the next day. In Minecraft. I'm not saying anything.
Why, who built it? SpaceX?
Yeah, the rocket he gets on the next day implodes.
Well, then you see the good news is that we did launch the rocket. Some people will say that it exploded over Miami, but we did successfully launch it. It did go up off the ground, and that's very very good. Get in a Tesla. I love that. Yeah, dude.
We love Tesla.
Tesla.
All right. What do you got to say, Poland? I'm sorry I interrupted. Okay, I didn't want to wholesale just freeboot your content though. This is us pausing and reacting hard. Okay?
a whole episode on Elon Musk and Amber Heard with Sophia with an F, and we were talking about how
this a promo
his relationship with Amber Heard was really there's an Elon before and after, but it's just so wild to me because when I see him and all of it, just Toad, something about he's just so Toad. It's just bizarre to me because I'm like, you once said that going to sleep alone every night kills you. You want to be with someone. You need love more than you need anything. I guess a lot can change. Also, do you guys think that Amber Heard's baby is his? At this point, we know that there's more than 14, right? He's just so freaking crazy.
I just realized this. Elon is the little boy from Steven Spielberg's AI. I get it now.
He's a toad, okay? That's what Poland thinks. He's a toad. And I mean, that's an interesting theory, okay? That's what she should have just went with the end for the whole, short. The whole short should have just been, is Amber Turd's last baby actually Elon's? I'll be your executive producer, Poland, for your show.
Is the prince of EV cars actually a frog? I realize I said electronic vehicle cars, which was a misnomer. A little bit redundant. Just a wee bit of the redundancy there, lad.
So are we saying that, like, if a pure-hearted, like, good soul queen gave him a kiss, that he might change into a prince instead of a disgusting frog? I feel like there's something to that, honestly. Like, I think Elon would be way less manic, I am become meme, fucking incel freak. I mean, I guess it says it right there with the incel thing. Like, if he was in love, because getting laid is one thing. Like, we see all these fucking crazy creator fucks on Twitter that are getting laid. Like, somebody's laying them, but they're still kooky. They're still nuts. You need to settle down. If Elon can settle down with a real good woman, maybe one that, she cooks and cleans, she stays at home, whatever. Okay. Whatever works for you, Elon.
She's good at Path of Exile, so he can save a little money there.
Yeah, right. Whatever it is, I think that if he was in a committed relationship with a normal woman, he wouldn't be a psychopath for doing fucking sig heils and shit. Okay. He wouldn't be so fucking nervous and oh my gosh, did you see that? I almost did that on camera.
Chainsaw. You mean a dude who's in a relationship wouldn't run around on stage say you're just yelling chainsaw?
Chainsaw. Oh my god.
It's a Tesla.
Tesla. Okay, speaking of Tesla, we've got Teslas in Asia now, okay? The Asian Teslas are here. The Asian Teslas. Now, Kevin, you were telling me when I feel like when you sent this clip to me, you were like saying that this may resemble something else. Now, I'm just wondering what exactly.
Well, first and foremost,
That's Christian.
That
wonderful.
Is Sonic Chew to the max. The second thing that comes to mind is Dwayne the Rock Johnson's original character, Black Adam, because I don't know, they weren't pulling any of that from the comic books. This is either a shout out to Zach Levi and the Shazam boys, or Elon and company really blitzkrieged over to Asia to try to quickly corner this market.
It looks like, have you seen, like, when these lights are flashing red and everything? Did you see all those pictures that Kanye was posting of his studio where it was like all bathed in red light and it just said like the N-word in the back really big, and then it was like flashing swastikas everywhere?
Whoa.
It looks like this was like he was present at this event, and that's where it said all that shit.
That tracks. He would have set this up. But yeah, otherwise, I'm very confused.
See?
If you were really trying to get away from that whole, yes, it was an accident when I did that whole salute. Well, aren't there other symbols that you could have used to try to sell these cars?
Well, it was either you or VDub or somebody that said, why didn't they just do the Tesla emblem?
Yeah. They could have even had fun with it and thrown an R at the end.
Tesla.
But sounds like a low grade, like a filler episode or a filler comic villain. Like, oh, I'm gonna get you, Tesla.
That's what it is. Okay. He says they use computers to sync them all up. These are all self-driving. I think Grok is telling us something.
Oh,
I
yeah,
really think.
I've heard that's what happens if you leave an AI alone.
Well, there we go. We caught up with the king and his jester. Which one's which? I don't know, but we caught up with them both.
Mm.
Oh, pretty dope. Thanks, Poland, by the way, for hooking us up with your, what was it called? Fairly Friendly or something podcast. Like, what a lie, anyways. Like, Poland Spring having a podcast called Fairly Friendly or whatever the fuck. No, come on. Fairly friendly, like barely friendly.
This is where she goes to balance it out. You know, as long as the scales remain balanced, you're okay. I believe those are the rules. So that tracks. You know, we just get the dark side of Poland.
So Pescator here says breaking King Cobra JFS, aka Josh Saunders, 100K YouTube channel has been perma banned. He says, remember, YouTube keeps your last revenue check if you are perma banned. So Cobra is effectively broke as of now. I mean, was he not broke? I thought that was like a through line. It's like he's always broke.
Always effectively broke. Yes, that is correct. I just am beside myself. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. You know, it's bullshit. It's because his trolls are ruled. That King Cobra JFS rules his trolls' sad, pathetic lives, and they just cannot get over it. And so they mass report him and get his channel banned. And wouldn't you know it, YouTube is too busy paying Mr. Beast money but they can't afford someone with a 9 to 5 that can manually review King Cobra JFS's report.
Yeah, what
now,
the fuck?
If you guys are asking, yes, that is exactly what King Cobra JFS claimed was going on. But
if they just hired a guy, okay, he could handle it.
Yeah, exactly. They just had a guy in a chair. I believe normally the guy is always in a chair. And oh my God, that one is good. Meatup's right. It's definitely going to be a mead arc. That's the only way Cobra knows how to save money, is to poison himself with homemade alcohol. Now, for those who don't know, now I am here. I feel very badly doing this. I feel like I'm betraying a long lost friend when I tell you that the fact of the matter is King Cobra was almost certainly not banned based on any troll activity, because all 3 times he got a strike from YouTube, it was for doing the same thing, which is interesting, Danny, because I believe we have a clip of one of the instances that got King Cobra a ban on a previous episode in a previous season of the Clout Route. And so we, by the grace of the YouTube gods, we were not punished for this. But do you know, Danny, before I tell the audience, do you know what it was that King Cobra did 3 different times to get himself banned?
I really can't remember. I feel like the last time I had heard somebody talking about it or whatever, it was like him describing him, like telling people to suck his dick and like telling them how to do it.
very, very close, very close. So yes, trigger warning to all those in the chat. We're going to disavow this one. Trigger warning, spoiler alert. King Cobra, the very first time he ripped a fart into his phone and then swiveled it up and said he thought he told these trolls to suck on the place where the fart had come from. All right. So I thought I told these trolls to butt crack, dude. Yeah, exactly. And that one got him banned early on. Well, for whatever reason, a couple weeks ago, he did that again. The exact same bit, the exact same joke.
You losers can suck on my.
Yeah, right there. Thought I told these trolls. I thought I told you. And got banned for what he originally reported as 2 to 3 months. It ended up being a couple of weeks. And the very first day back, the very show that he came back on, Danny, he was explaining to his audience what had gotten him banned 2 different times. But unlike you and I, who just came up with some creative ways to say what had just happened, he just said it verbatim again for a 3rd time and got another strike.
These haters can eat it.
It's like there's this
Eat
one
my
thing,
shorts.
Not a family-friendly YouTube account, not unless you like to show your kids the dangers of drugs, and if you want to see what eating bugs looks like, not very. What up? Hello, good morning. And I just can't believe that poor King Cobra just couldn't learn this one very simple life lesson. Save the suck my fart comments for the cameos. I think Cameo would have let him do it. So we have lost our beloved King Cobra JFS. 112,000 YouTube subscribers, Danny.
Criminal.
Flushed down the drain.
Can't believe
a
you
fart
did this.
that turned into something a little worse.
Poland said, what did he say? He said, suck a fart from he said, I told these haters to suck a fart from my beehole. That's what he said. But he said asshole.
Yep.
Instead of that. I feel like I effectively said the same thing, but if he literally got banned for saying that line, then maybe I shouldn't repeat the exact same line. I guess, I separated it up. I shook it up. I explained the joke. Now it's not funny anymore.
He should have pulled a Dark Side Phil and just said, let me mail you a spoon so you can eat my
ass. She said, why'd that get him banned? Good question. Well, he's got a lot of haters. I mean, that's the whole line is his. I thought I told you haters.
It goes a little bit like this. You guys ready? What up, YouTube? It's your boy King Cobra JFS back at it with another video. My sad, pathetic trolls. They have nothing going on for them. I rule my trolls' sad, pathetic lives so much that they mass reported me. They just can't stand to see the gothic bad boy King Cobra with all his cisgendered, straight, gothic bad girls, the fangirls. They just can't stand that I have all these people paying me for wands and ordering cameos, that they had to just go ahead and fuck it up. They always have to harass my ex crushes and call me a stalker. It's a little bit like that. A lot slower. Okay. There's a lot more processing in between words.
Right. Yeah. You have to watch that on 2 times, 2.5. Good thing they have that custom setting now. I can crank it all the way up.
Yeah. That it's called host is on duster. It's beyond 2. You can go 2 speed and then there's just a little puff after that. It's like, oh yeah.
The puff button gets you right there. Okay.
Exactly.
Just quick enough that you can understand what he's saying finally. Oh, goodness gracious. Well,
I probably misstated something, which honestly just makes the King Cobra that much better. I feel like that was one of my better impressions of all time. What's up, YouTube?
Well, shouts out to King Cobra. Okay. I wish him well, if he has to get that job back at Wendy's or whatever, or maybe he'll get a job at at a restaurant, imagine King Cobra showing up and being your waiter. Okay.
A new Wendy's arc. Do not drink
Wendy's
the
arc.
Sweet tea or the unsweetened tea.
I want to see King Cobra put on a suit and work at a legit, an expensive restaurant, and come out and be your waiter. That's what I want to see. Okay. Maybe he puts a little hat on to cover the bald spot, but he trims the beard up just a little.
What up, YouTube? I got hired as a matriarch or something like that.
Matriarch, kind of like Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
Oh dear Lord. But anyway, where I was going with that, I guess, is last week we talked about it slightly. And one of the stories that I wanted to get to last week was this receipt story out of Ohio. Okay. I don't know if you've heard the whole thing yet, Kevin, or not. But we started to talk about it because we were talking about tips, and you should tip your waiters and waitresses, which you should. What up, Sleek? What up, Andy? I hope I didn't miss anybody else, but anyways, we started talking about tips and everything and yada yada and how you should do it. And we were ranting and raving about tips and when it's appropriate and whatever. Okay. And Hash, actually, shouts out to Hash. She had commented on the video and said something about like she walked out of her job, her shitty tipping job, listening to us talk about this shit. And I was like, we didn't even get to the story. Okay. So like, I'm honestly championing the story now, to also shout out Hash in her endeavors on getting a job that respects her instead of some shitty, bad tipping motherfuckers. Okay.
I love it. We're doing cliffhangers now. 2 episode story arcs. Look out, Disney.
We teased this one last episode. Okay, so yeah. But no, okay. It's a fucking great fuck around and find out kind of story. Okay, for real. Have you ever been to the Mexican restaurant in Columbus, Casuela's? I know I've been there shit tons of times. So you might have went to Casuela's with us before because there's a bunch of them too.
Mm-hmm. Not my favorite. I'm more of an El Vaquero guy myself, if I'm being honest with you.
There are so many better places than Casuela's.
Little mi tradicion.
Let's just say, Casuela's not the top tier, the toppest of tier Mexican restaurants, but when you are in like college or like that age, there's a lot of them. There's one on campus or whatever close, or I think I'm thinking of the same place. Either way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a dumpy kind of Mexican restaurant, but it's cheap as fuck, and they've got strong ass margaritas. So like perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's El Vaquero as well.
So I might be a little biased because I've had a few margaritas here, a few strong margaritas here. In fact, the last time that I remember going, which is like it's probably been a decade almost. That's how old my ass is. Fuck the man, Hash. I appreciate you. I hope you I wish you well, my friend. But anyways, Casuela's, okay? And yeah, last time I went with my wife and a friend and his wife. And we were drinking margaritas, waiting for our food to get there. And like, I can slam some margaritas, and he can too. He can slam some alcohol. I mean, I'm not much of a drinker. He can drink more than I can. So we were just slamming these margaritas, and before our food even got there, okay, we're like, or actually right when the food got there, okay, we already had like 2 whole margaritas.
The big ones too, right? Like when you're going to these type of places, they've got your regular size, but the size up is such a good deal that you're not going to not get the giant fucking pitcher of margarita just for yourself. It's crazy.
Exactly. They're huge. Okay, they're huge.
You can have this
margaritas
one for $9 or this one for $12. Which one? What are you gonna do?
They can't tariff. We're gonna tariff Mexico for the tequila, but we'll start doing some tequila here. We'll get some good margaritas going in America. Okay. But anyways, how did I turn that into a Trump thing? But yeah, so we're like 2 margaritas down, the food comes, and then they're like, "Hey, do you want more margarita? Do you want another?" Okay. And I'm like, "Yeah, I do, whatever." And my buddy's like, "Yeah, definitely." And the food sits down for a second, and it's like the smells are wafting, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back."
Oh.
So we just keep all eating, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he comes back out and he's like, "Oh man, dude, I just threw up for like 10 minutes straight in there, dude. I threw up all those margaritas." And then like, as soon as he says it, they're bringing us that margarita.
Yeah, here. Did someone say rally?
Yeah, we know what just happened. Here you go, sir. But
wow. What a great friend, though. There's nothing better than coming back to a table where everyone's got their food and they're finally starting to dig in. You're like, "Yeah, dude, I was just barfing for the last 10 minutes. You guys should have seen. You guys should have heard me. It was so visceral and guttural. I mean, by the time I was done, it was nothing but bile coming out. There wasn't even anything left. I honestly have a stomach cramp. I threw up so much, and you guys are just like trying to eat your chimichanga. Like, oh, thanks. I wish I'd have gotten chicken instead of the ground beef. If I'm being honest, now it's a little too much queso mixed with the guac on my plate for this story that I'm hearing right now. Thanks, buddy.
I did tell him to shut the fuck up when he came out and said that, if I remember correctly. Come on, bro. But yeah, no, he fucking.
You're right, Paul.
They bring it out. They bring it out when he got back from the bathroom, like almost on cue, and he's like, you know what? I don't want that. Can you take that back or whatever? And then we had to get, like, the manager had to come out for us to void the margarita that he got, his last margarita, because the lady was like, our waitress was like, or waiter, I forget if it was a male or a female, or whatever. But they were like, oh, I can't do that. I can't refund it. We already made it or whatever. And I was, yeah, you can refund it. You know, me, I'm like, yeah, you fucking can refund it. He hadn't even touched it yet. Take that shit.
Put him on the list.
We had to argue with the people. So honestly, maybe that's a little contextual for the story. I don't know, because it wasn't me that left this crazy note on the tip that I'm about to tell you, but
so after all that,
me, V-Dub thinks I'm the culprit. It didn't happen with me.
You still tipped the waiter, is what you're getting after.
Exactly. I still tipped that motherfucker, even though I had to argue with their manager about nuking his extra margarita that he wasn't going to drink. But anyways, okay.
That's why you invite me next time, Danny, because I would have just said, you know what, sir or madam, you can just put that margarita on my tab. You won't tow my car if I leave it here overnight, though, right? Let's just make sure we're on the same page.
So Left Tucky here says, recently in Columbus, Ohio, racist Stephanie leaves the most outrageous note with no tip. Stephanie gets fired, starts a GoFundMe, and it gets removed. Fuck around, find out. Okay. Look at
show of hands. Anyone surprised to find our culprit is named Stephanie? Sorry, Danny, go ahead.
Stephanie, the most Karen fucking name. Look at this. I didn't even notice this. There's a comment down there. It says, she's just tired of lazy invaders. What the fuck, dude? Come on.
What?
This guy's in Ohio, too. This is
the comment.
White Lives Matter Ohio official account. To be a part of the race, you must be an activist. This guy is some fucking freak commenting on it.
Oh boy.
I love that. That's perfect to stumble upon live. Just some fucking weirdo. And okay, we're tired of the lazy invaders. Okay, he served me up my dinner. He's so fucking lazy. It took forever. Fuck this guy.
Tired of the entitlements.
Send him back.
They're
not bringing their best.
And 72 cents an hour for that work. Why should I have to tip you?
You suck.
Take it up with the government.
Trump deports you. That's what she put on the receipt here. Now, this made national news. Like, this was like Newsweek and shit. Like, tons of people picked this up. If you just type in on Google, I hope Trump deports you, you'll find this whole story. Okay, but Steffi here, okay, so she leaves this, and the story unfolds over a couple days, but essentially, like, people were posting it to Reddit, and the Columbus subreddit is very active. They're fucking, it's kind of like those snark subreddits that, like, make fun of Hassan or Ethan Klein or whatever and call CPS on them and shit. Like, oof. I feel like every subreddit is like that in some shape or fashion. It just, like, is targeted at different people. So, like, Columbus subreddit is like, if you do something nasty, somebody's going to post it on there and it's going to get shared around and you're going to get nuked. Like, that's how it happens. So somebody, it must have been Ricardo was his name, was the waiter, I believe. Ricardo, yes. He has Latino roots and has always been a good employee, according to his boss. The employer also confirmed that with the cameras there, who the lady was and blah, blah, blah. So all this was kind of a coordinated attack where They posted the receipts on Reddit. People picked it up as a news story. They interviewed the boss and everything, so they found out who it was and like looked at the cameras and everything, connected the dots, and they found Stephanie. Okay, and Stephanie, she let me see here. So Stephanie's identity was discovered after Reddit and other platforms went after her or whatever, and her employee fired her. She's a realtor. She's part of like Ohio Realtors or whatever, and they found out that she was the one that did this, so they canned her ass. Okay, shut her down at Ohio Realtors.
Well, the punishment fits the crime, Danny, but forgive me for asking this next question, everyone. Why is it that it's always the people who look like you have to answer one of their riddles before you can get into the cave that assume that they are a part of the master race? Like, what are we talking about here, lady? Are you kidding me?
Trump should deport your ass, motherfucker.
Wow.
Okay, you didn't get my margaritas here fast enough.
Wow.
So she gets fired. She gets shit canned. And because of how online works now, of course, there's a crowd of people online that are like, yeah, I mean, it's just like there's fucking White Lives Matter Ohio Twitter account fucking commenting. Okay, there are nut jobs that will get behind this lady and be like, yeah, totally, like, let's help her out. So she starts a fucking GoFundMe that says Stephanie's path to accountability, reformation, whatever that says, second chance. Okay. So she wants a second chance. She won't be racist anymore. She promises. Okay. Help me recover and get on the path of not being racist.
Now the look makes sense, Danny. This is Hulk Hogan's daughter. That's what's going on
here. Is that what Sleek came to the conclusion?
Sorry, I was racist, brother. Please buy my beer. Goddamn. I'm sorry. I love you. Please buy my beer.
Jesus Christ, though. Can you believe this shit? And like, starts a GoFundMe, 5K goal, $1,167 raised, 17 donations there. I mean,
who keeps paying all these stupid people money? So that, like, how can they afford to buy a $5,000 Trump handbag and then also donate to Stephanie's cause? Like, where are they getting all this money from?
It's that hard-earned money, dude. I'm gonna spend my hard-earned money and give it to this racist lady. Okay, that's right. Send him. Trump's gonna deport your ass for bringing me my food at dinner.
I can buy my Elon edition dark gothic MAGA hat, or I can pay for Stephanie to help me own the libs. So we're in a bit of a pickle here.
The good thing is that even though Stephanie, you know, she was rallying the troops on like, help me.
I bet she's been to a few rallies, Danny. Yeah.
Help me on my path to recovery of not being a racist. Well, somewhere, somehow, GoFundMe didn't vibe with her whole charity thing there. So it got canned too. Not only did she get canned from Ohio Realtors, but GoFundMe was like, nah. Not after the receipt thing, lady. I don't think you deserve a GoFundMe with thousands of dollars. So we're going to red button that shit.
Luckily for her, Danny, there are plenty of street corners in Columbus where you can try to ask me for change. Seen it live. It's a fun game where I pretend like I'm somehow looking at traffic while avoiding eye contact. Between those people and the people trying to sell me a cell phone at the grocery store, I feel like one of these days I'm going to be a spy, Danny. I've got it just figured out, dude. You just kind of do the old ostrich and you're like, you do not exist. As long as I don't make eye contact with you, there's no way for me to know that you're real. So I'm just going to keep.
I don't know what me or, well, he says Danny here, so I don't know what I said exactly to get this comment out of Sleek. It doesn't cost that much to fuck a bot. I don't know what I said to elicit that comment, but that is awesome. I appreciate that. I
Just in
appreciate
case
your
you know,
commentary, Sleek.
for research purposes.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So there you go. I wanted to bring that back around and shout out everybody out there fucking doing their damned thing at their jobs. Okay. I know how it is. You do a good job and you deserve a fucking tip. Okay. And any prick that's going to write, yeah, deport your ass on your fucking receipt. Yeah. You best take a picture of that and post it on your fucking city's Reddit and get that motherfucker fired. Okay. Fuck these bitches. We can't let these Karens get away with acting that way. Okay.
Dude, I'm just glad to see that natural selection is alive and well. All right. People just rooting themselves out, just like, hey, someone who otherwise might have been able to slip under the radar and could have gone on being an intolerable piece of shit, just unchecked eternally, really, was just like, hey, guys, over here. Hello, by the way, I don't get enough attention at home. And so this is how I'd like to atone for that. Post. Ooh. Can't
Love
wait
it.
for all this dopamine to hit me.
Love that. I bet she got a lot of
Num
dopamine
nums.
out of this.
I bet, dude. God. Woo.
Harl says, awkward, unsolicited window cleaning at a stoplight. Let's go.
Yes.
See, this is the kind of thing, though. I feel like that doesn't happen very often here. There isn't like correct me if I'm wrong. You may have experienced it. I see some people like stopped at the corner holding a sign or whatever, but only when I was in New York did I see somebody go for the windshield wipe and wash or whatever, and then hold their hand out, like to our taxi drivers and shit while we were there, or Uber drivers. I've never seen that here.
Me neither. Not here. I've seen it in Chicago. What I've seen here is normally at the gas station. They're not washing your windows. They're just kind of hanging out by the door.
By my house. Yeah, I know what you're
ready to just staring at your eyes. And as soon as you make eye contact, they pounce. However, while no one's ever offered to wash my windows at a gas station, I have had other things solicited, which was very shocking to me, Danny. You never expect there to be working girls at the Speedway. Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know if that was a working girl, Kevin. You're just a good looking guy, dude. You walk around. Sometimes you get catcalled. It happens to the best of us. Okay. You don't have to show off, Kevin. Okay. Are you flexing on these haters in the crowd?
Oh, yes. This was a major flex.
Like,
yeah.
Well, I totally just went to the gas station the other day and I had like 10 bitches trying to pay me to have sex with them.
Yeah, she told me it was only going to be $2 to pull the dentures out. I guess she doesn't give that deal out to everybody.
Oh, great. We're having great discussion about homeless in the chat. This is not good.
Yes.
We need to abort.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's a good segue into halftime. Okay. We'll look at this. We'll hit the halftime. And then on the other side, the flip side, we'll get into the Pokimane stalker, the Peach Jars getting stalked for years, Amaranth getting assaulted by teenagers and surviving. All these things we'll get into in the second half. But first, Kevin.
Oh.
One of our biggest shows last year, one of our biggest live shows last year was right after the Vosh folder reveal. Okay. Now I'm sure you guys all remember Vosh horsing around with Vosh. Okay. Vosh and Keffels. It was almost a year ago now that all the drama happened with those guys, and Vosh's goblin short stack lady and horsey corn folder got leaked. Okay. So I figured in the anniversary spirit here, we could do a little horsing around, Kevin. What do you think?
I think I'm gonna need more details before I agree with you, based on that lead in.
Well, I got Kinky Kelly here and the sexy stud. If you know, you know. Okay. But Asmongold has some smoke for Vosh today after his controversial right-wing / Tesla take. Quote, how can you say that you're talking about the sickest motherfuckers in the world whenever you leaked the thing that you leaked? That is Asmongold saying that. Okay, so let's listen in on this clip of Vosh and horse around just a tad. Okay, just a tad.
They are not people the way that we're people. I mean, we're talking about like Elon Musk.
Don't say, oh,
I got a suspension for saying something like that.
And he's right. Okay, I want to say right off the rip, he says they're not people like we're people, which I mean, like, isn't verbatim what Asmongold said, but Asmongold was like, their culture is beneath us, you know, they're primitive or whatever, and we're evolved over them. It was some kind of conversation.
They're poisoning
like
our blood. Okay.
But I mean, he does have a point that Vosh is essentially saying the same thing here that he said. I mean, in so many words.
Oh yeah, I've heard that sentence said many a time before. Yeah, it's great.
They're not like us, Kevin. That's what he said.
Yep.
They're not like us.
Swish.
Look at the chat. End wokeness. Wokeness doesn't make plane crashes. The woker is back. Super woke. The wokening. Woke men. Woke women. NB warriors. Like, what the fuck? What are they talking about? This is Asmon's chat, I guess. Okay.
They know one tune,
He's
Kenny,
awoke.
and they are going to play it every night. As long as they can tour the country playing that song, they're going to keep playing that one fucking song because they know it. They've got it memorized, and they can play it while they're drunk. I know.
Bro. But all right, let's let it continue. Okay, they have a bit more to say here.
I got in trouble for that. He really going off.
You really going on?
They are not people the way that we're people. I mean, we're talking about Elon Musk, man. We're talking about the sickest motherfuckers in the world. We're talking about like,
well, pot meat kettle.
How can you say that you're talking about the sickest motherfuckers in the world whenever you leak the thing that you leaked? How can you possibly say that?
Way to get fucking owned by. I mean, like, I'm not an Asmongold guy. Okay, don't get me wrong. I don't watch this fucking disgusting Creedon. He needs to clean his fucking bedroom, you roach fiend. But way to get just fucking whap, just slapped by fucking Asmongold here, because he's exactly right. Okay, and that's why motherfuckers like Vosh, when that kind of controversy happens, where your degenerate fucking corn folders leak. Yeah, you should be so embarrassed that I don't have to see your dumb ass on Twitch talking about politics anymore. Am I supposed to take you seriously? I mean, like, I totally agree with him. Who are you to call anybody a sick fuck? You horsey porn, short stack goblin freakazoid.
And it seems like the majority of his chat is just hate watching him, which is fun, as V-Dub calls out. Asmongold doesn't have his chat up live. It's edited into VODs. That's Vosh's chat. So Vosh is maybe, you know, that would track to me if you are looking to pivot as a degenerate, maybe just pivot to the other side, who may not have ever heard about your goblin substacks or whatever the hell it was.
Interesting. I mean,
and I didn't realize the horse was his mother. Dan, you said this guy was a motherfucker? I didn't realize the horse was his mom.
I wouldn't be surprised by that. It is crazy, though. It is crazy to think about that your guy that you watch, I mean, like, it isn't one of those controversies where it's like a he said, she said. We don't know what really happened. You know, he's not getting canceled for any kind of like nebulous thing. He literally brought up his fucking lolly and horse degeneracy on stream. And there's still thousands of motherfuckers. I mean, we're talking about more people watching Vosh than like pathetic idiots like Denims and Mike from PA or Bad Empanada, these people that we've been political streamers that we've been constantly talking about, like they're full of shit, they say the dumbest things, you know, whatever. He's got more than like all of them. Okay. He's got more people watching him than all of those people individually. And that, I mean, I would assume that that means that there's that big of a subset of people that are just chill with like, oh yeah, he's the lolly guy. That's fine. That's that. All right. His politics are based though.
Yeah, it's like, well, you know, he agrees with me though, so it means he's a good one. He's one of the good guys. You know, sometimes
fuck.
Every once in a while you gotta just let a diddler into the house just because, you know, he's got a big enough audience. So we need to keep this guy around. I have no idea. I don't know how you survive that and come back and just make content every day. But to be fair, I have the mindset that if you click and save any corno photo onto your computer, whether it be your work computer or your personal computer, that is all, you're already too far from me. All right. It's that. So when you add what he was saving on top of it, it's just some Rick James super freak type stuff, Danny. I can't.
Okay. What kind of square doesn't have a corn X-rated folder on their computer? Okay, Kevin, come on. You're telling me you don't have a don't click folder, Kevin?
No, I have a top secret folder with nothing in it, and then I have a folder called just odds and ends with all my secret stuff in there. So hopefully you don't get past my double bluff.
The double bluff. I love that. Okay, folks, it's halftime. Okay, halftime. That's when me and Kevin take turns exiting stage left and right. But at halftime, I also like to do some other things. Okay, some other things. Some of those other things would be shouting out the people who are members of the channel. Now, this is also a good time to tell you, make sure you like the stream if you're here. I like that. Like the stream. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Yada, yada, yada. You know the drill. I'm sure you guys are all up on all of that. But shout out to our members here. I just like to vocalize support for the people who, you know, keep the water running here at Casa de Clout. I mean, yeah, that's totally what you guys are doing. I survive off of this show, people. Okay. I don't work an actual job. I need you to support me financially. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But anyways, if you're here watching right now in chat or whatever, we love you. We appreciate you. We love all y'all. But a little special shout out to the members: Andy Zucchini, Barbarella, K-Huck Cast, Kinda Cool Greg, Hash, Peepaw Riveter, Kangalope, Jack Shivani, Headbug Inc., Rapid Danger, Kia Cat, and Sleek the Geek. We appreciate all of you. And like I said, if you're just here chatting or lurking, we appreciate you too. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. We love it. Okay. Like I said, we're going to get into some of this wacky ass stalker shit. I feel like, man, dude, we are really hitting the stride of like people's parasocial relationships with streamers and YouTubers and Twitter heads or whatever. We're like hitting the peak of like terrible things that can happen from people being overly parasocial. Okay. It's like, first off, all of these are women that I'm going to talk about that are recent things that have happened. Okay. Pokimane being stalked by this weirdo, Emiru Cinna Valkyrie being stalked by a weirdo, Peach Jars being stalked by a weirdo. And then Amaranth just got invaded and robbed. So, I mean, I guess that's a little different, but like, even in that case with Amaranth, and we'll get into the juice of it all, but even in the case with Amaranth, it's like these kids were obviously people that knew her, knew what she does and what she's about, and used that kind of information to be like, okay, well, we know she's got tons of crypto, so maybe we can get in there and get on her laptop and get her to give us the information to our wallets or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, because that's all traceable. But it's the stalkers and it's these guys both that suffer from kind of the same thing, where they're just like, they're so involved and so day to day about these streamers and shit and obsessed that, you know, they'll stalk them, or they'll do things like know exactly when they could break into their house and that they have tons of crypto to transfer to their account somehow. These people are stupid, but we'll get into it. Okay. We'll get into all that parasocial stuff. But in the meantime, I'll look at chat and bow, 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 bow. Thank you, Headbug. Thanks. 5 gifted. Okay. Hell yeah. The list gets bigger. Next week, we'll have 5 more important folks to shout out. Okay. But we appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, Headbug. And I will let Kevin chat to the chat.
Ooh, I got something for you, chat.
Kevin's got something for you. But before I go, what is this? Was Peach Jars the one who outstalked her stalker? Yes, we'll watch that. That's kind of funny. Stalking is never funny, though, so it's not actually funny. I was kidding when I said that.
Good, because I was definitely not about to make an Uno reverse joke.
Thank you so much, Headbug.
So,
Thank you so much.
No jokes. Thank you very much, Headbug. I have got the perfect segue, little halftime chat here for you guys. Danny may have some thoughts on this when he returns. So, as you all know, over the course of this early 2025 year, Danny and I have checked in on good old Hank Piker and Ethan Klein, 2 of my favorite people, as you all know. It's honestly, it's such an easy job for me, because I'm just like, yeah, I'll just do the play-by-play, man. I normally don't care what goes on between these two. And then, of course, as we talked about in, I think, the last episode, you got mentioned that, or maybe we didn't even get to talk about this particular part, but we've talked about their back and forth and how the different orbiters fight each other. And then that whole CPS situation came up, right? Where Ethan and Hila are dealing with government employees coming in, checking on their kids, all that kind of stuff, which is probably for me right up there with swatting as far as some of the most degenerate behavior you could have if you are online. Now, none of this, what I'm about to bring up, really isn't, none of that is as relevant. It's just in case you didn't know it, there's the background. Now, some of you may recall one of the people who really helped old iDubbbz and Anissa out, no matter what their issues had been, was Ethan Klein and the H3 podcast. He provided a platform for Ian many times throughout the years, and I do recall at least a couple of podcast episodes around Creator Clash 1, Creator Clash 2, dealing with the drama. You know, all I'm trying to say here is Ethan has run defense for Ian and Anissa a time or two.
Ooh, interesting.
And wouldn't you know it, when it became a opportunity for Ian and Anissa with their amazing podcast that I'm sure a lot of people listen to, I'm certain that the only 2 people in the world watching this podcast are not Triple P and Andy Worski. Someone besides Kino Casino watches this show. I don't even remember what it's called.
It's called like She Ruined My Life or something.
Yeah, something just amazing. Well, wouldn't you know it, these 2 amazing friends came out on their podcast to basically say, when it comes to the Ethan Hila CPS situation, they don't really have anything to say about it. You know, if Ethan Hila want to call them directly, they'll certainly pick up the phone and call. But they don't, not even as much as like a disavow or just nothing, no standing up for your friend whatsoever, which I just thought was very indicative of who Ian has let Anissa turn him into. No, I'm just kidding. They're both guilty at this point. I don't think either one of them ruined the other. I think they are a match made in heaven at this point. But Danny, seeing as you are an Ethan Klein fan, what do you think about Ian and Anissa essentially saying, like, just keep us out of this drama, where it's, it could probably a good opportunity for them to pay back a favor. Not that you should do the favor expecting there to be compensation, but it's just sort of like friend to friend.
What the fuck is their podcast actually called?
They changed the name, I'm pretty sure.
I can't even fucking find it. Okay. As much as I search for them or their names, like, God, you guys are terrible at marketing this shit too. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not even the go-to, like, I hate iDub since his wife fucking started changing him or whatever. I'm not even that kind of guy, but they're not above criticism of, like, I can't even find your fucking thing. No, it is called.
They don't want you to find it.
She Ruined My Career is what it's called. She Ruined My Career. Now, Kevin asks, what do I think about the iDubbbz H3 situation? Okay. Look, I'm not surprised that, I mean, Nisa has done podcasts with Denims. Okay. Denims, Hassan, Frogan, all were high profile, in quotes, guests that were invited to the creator class the last time, maybe even the first time, whatever. They are clearly in the middle of this, friends with both sides. Okay. And I mean, they were all friendly at one point. It's just been recently that Ethan and Hassan have started beefing. I mean, maybe like over the course of the past year or whatever, but in the grand scheme of things, pretty recent. They were all pretty tight. So I'm not surprised that they land somewhere in the middle between this. The thing I am surprised about is that they can never do themselves any favors online, period. Like, they're always just like tripping over themselves, just doing stupid things. And in this situation, obviously Ethan was like on his show being like, their old editor is saying this and they won't disavow him or whatever and blah, blah, blah. Dude, all they had to say was, our old editor does not speak for us. We do not think that people should be harassing Ethan or calling CPS on his children. Bada bing, bada boom. They don't even have to mention, oh, I'm friends with Hassan or Frogan and I'm landing on the other side of their Israel-Palestine dispute. They don't even have to mention that at all, because I know where Anissa's politics are. And I'm sure, I mean, you can argue whether iDubbbz is dragged along with that or not, but I just know where she lands, at least from her Twitter and blah, blah, blah. So, like, she clearly agrees with Hassan and all of them about all that stuff. And that's fine. You can have different opinions on this shit. And if they agree with them, then that's fine. Sure. But when it comes to the case of like, he's bitching about his kids being harassed and his crew and all this. And you can't even say like the bare minimum good thing of like, the harassment's bad. Don't call CPS. Okay. And we don't agree with this asshole that we used to employ. Instead, they're like, get therapy. It worked for me. She says it worked for me when I was getting harassed.
Just
the therapy worked for me when I was getting harassed. And when we were getting harassed when we were getting harassed at our maximum, and when they were just relentless about the creator clash fumble with the charity stuff and blah, 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 when they were coming at us the hardest, okay, I wanted to be like, fuck you guys, and fuck how you're treating me, and fuck all the haters, whatever. That's how she wanted to be. And she was like that for a while, and so was Ian. But once she got therapy and her therapist handled the situation, they felt much better about it. Now I don't look at it or whatever and blah, blah, blah. And honestly, she kind of has a point, like, I feel like that's valid. you know, Ethan probably already has a therapist, let's be real, but like I think that that's a valid thing to say. Oh, well, maybe you should like talk to your therapist about the situation. I'm sure he has. But just like your friend is complaining to you about something that's very serious happening to him, and all he wants is like, I know it kind of seems, maybe you can even say that it might seem pathetic on Ethan's end to be like, I need somebody, where are all my friends? Why aren't they defending me? That's, you can have that criticism too. But like when he's just screaming out to like, where are like, is there anybody that wants to back me? And he was like the one guy that backed you before, you know, maybe that's where you answer the call. Like,
that's what I'm saying. He tried to shield you from your own accountability, really. Like he tried to help you cover up for just being idiots and for making really bad business decisions and, you know, making emotional decisions and ruining this event. All kinds of stupid shit he's had your back for. And this was the most slam dunk easy. Like if I were put in this situation, I would probably preface it with ooh, bold take incoming. Oh, look at here. We'd say something sarcastic about, oh, good old Kev can finally hop down from his fence for this one, because it's so easy to say, yeah, getting people's children involved is absolutely wrong. It's completely disgusting. It's a real easy one just to say, hey, that's going way too far, and I think people need to stop. And then I'm out. And that's like one of the easiest things you could ever do. And somehow, even when they are given, Danny, we're back to the sports thing of the layup line. When they are given the easiest, like this is a 3-inch tap in putt. Okay, very good putter. Okay, very good. And they just somehow pull out, like they kick it like the wrong sport, you know? They're like, oh, are we playing soccer out here today? And just fucking punt that thing 500 yards in the opposite direction. Like, Jesus, like you said, they just cannot get out of their own way. And this was one that, yeah, it just felt like if it were just anybody else and they just didn't want to talk about it, just, you know, make sure it doesn't get brought up. But when it's an alleged friend who's helped you out for much less serious situations, and your addition to that conversation is they should probably go see therapy. It's just like the most tone deaf thing I think I've ever fucking heard. Like, oh yeah, you're a victim of harassment. You should get some help. And because like that's how she phrased it. She said you should get some help, as if she, you know, they're fucking Joshua Block screaming, I'm turning Japanese and getting
she's
beat
very
up.
tone deaf.
Yeah, these guys need some help. Like, what the fuck, dude? Are you serious?
But, and I mean, I even said like, cause his like call to action, or at least when he started talking about them specifically, was with the Froggy Tonic bullshit, which we already laughed at Froggy Tonic the past like 2 weeks. So fuck that guy. But their call to action was that experience. He was like, you guys should disavow this fucking editor dude of yours, blah, blah, blah. And after it went on, like more things happened. I think Ethan would have completely forgot about that fucking editor or whatever and not even complained about that situation if they just would have had a clip of them on their show saying, people shouldn't fuck with his kids. You shouldn't call CPS, blah, blah, blah. Like if they would have had that bit, somebody could have clipped that out and shared that with Ethan, and he would have been like, oh my God, dude, you guys are the best. Like, thank you for finally saying something. That's all I wanted. He would have forgot all about the Froggy Tonic thing that like personally brought them into the situation in the first place. But they couldn't even manage that. They couldn't even manage that. He would have been fine with just that bit. Couldn't manage that.
Man, dude, with friends like these, whew, you know the rest.
I imagine they got very pissed, and we'll get into this fucking our stalker stuff now. But
yeah,
I imagine they got really pissed when he was, because after he had the call to action and he was like, you guys need to disavow the editor guy or whatever. He had spoke about on their show, because Lena, one of their employees, AB from the show, his wife, she's fighting in Creator Clash. And like, they had kind of a conversation on the show where Ethan was like, look, if you guys don't want to be a part of that anymore or whatever, like we can facilitate that. Like they kind of had said, like they were talking about how they wanted to back out, but they decided not to because they didn't want to resort to that or whatever and blah, blah, blah. I mean, he's certainly not going to probably cover Creator Clash on his show this time around.
I mean, who would, dude? You can't name 3 people fighting in it. Quick, anyone.
Right, Harley, that's it. And Lena, I just
said. I'll Venmo you $5 if you can come up with 3 people from this card.
The guy from Good Mythical Morning, the Trevor guy. There you go, 3.
Damn it. All right.
But they're, I mean, like Ian and Anissa, or probably Anissa specifically, when Ethan was talking on the show about like, well, you guys, if you want to back out, you know, I'll support you in that and blah, blah, blah. They probably got butthurt as fuck because that's really messing. Like, that's more than just calling them out. That's like messing with their event and with their thing that they're working real hard on. So they probably took that as like a high offense to them. Like, how dare you threaten to back out of our event because we won't, you know, speak up for you or whatever. What up, Advent? So, I bet they were just really pissed. And then they probably sat there forever on the back end, Ian and Anissa, and they're like, well, so what should we say? And they're like, well, we got to be really careful about what we say. And she's like, oh, okay, I got it. And then she's like, they should get therapy.
Yeah.
Fumble.
Get some help. Ethan, goddamn.
Okay, Kevin. So you can help me out with this one a lot here because we're going to talk about Pokimane Stalker. And this guy is a freaking.
Thanks for that setup.
This guy is a nutty one. Okay. Pokimane has had this stalker for the last 4 months, I guess, because this video says happy 4 months, babe. So I'm sure this has been going on for a while, but. And I'm pretty sure some commentary dudes, like some of the small commentary community dudes, I don't know which ones are even left, but I can't really tell you who it was. I can't remember who it was. I'm sorry, commentary guy out there. I'm sure you're a big deal. I just can't remember who it was, but somebody interviewed this guy or had this guy on the show, or at least they were talking about it or something. So interesting there. I might have to watch this dude. But
we love Shelbo. Not the response I was expecting from chat about Shelbo.
We love Shelbo. We love Shelbo.
I am become Shelbo.
Shelbo. Well, let's watch a clip.
Nick Diorio, allegedly. Okay.
Oh, Nick Diorio interviewed this guy? What the fuck?
That's what Sleek is saying. Hey.
What the fuck? But okay, here, let me show you how deranged this motherfucker is. Now, I mean, apparently chat loves him, so maybe they know something that I don't. He's about to subscribers too, so that's fucked up a little bit. So make sure you guys like and subscribe out there. Elbow past us, okay? He's at 547. We're about to get fucked by Shelbo. He's about to cover us and say how shitty we are. Okay, which I mean, fair enough. But he says, happy 4 months anniversary. Happy 4 month anniversary. Emain Ines at Pokimane. Okay. And this was
yeah, he sounds like Bilbo's lost cousin or something.
Bilbo. Shelbo Baggins. But let's listen to him talk about his anniversary with Pokimane here.
Iman Anez, I would like to wish you a happy 4 month anniversary. There's been a lot of ups and a lot of downs.
Ooh.
A lot of twists and a lot of turns, but through it all, we've been able to stay together no matter what's been going on. And despite everyone saying different things about us, despite people calling me delusional, despite everything that's been going on, we will stay together. Our love is stronger than anything in any situation.
Wow, that's romantic.
Wow. That's okay.
Very romantic, to be honest.
Guys, some of my feedback here may just be, it may say more about me than it does about Shelbo the Stalker. But
don't say any slurs.
Personally, thank you for that
there.
reminder. I really needed that. Is it just me, or is whenever I see a social media post that someone posts about their significant other, and they in that post happen to include things like, I know we have our ups and downs. 9 times out of 10, you're dealing with a narcissist that is probably closer to the abuse side of the scale when it comes to that relationship. They are the controlling partner, they are the boss, and they are saying so within that. It's either sort of a, yeah, I know you're kind of a fuck up, that's like the underlying tone, like, you don't always do what I want you to do, but we will. And then when you follow it up with but we will be together, like, this is the kind of person that even if he did know this woman, I might be on the inside, I might be thinking like, ooh, this ain't gonna last, bro. This ain't loud. There ain't a lot of good going on here.
I'm gonna like our next anniversary, I'm just gonna do this video wholesale and send it to my wife. Just redo this video. Insert her name. Happy 10-year. We will last through it all. There's been ups and downs, okay? But yeah, so like Pokimane is definitely aware of this dude, but is definitely not.
I said it could be a me thing, guys. I said that. I'm aware that could be the answer here.
But yeah, Pokimane's definitely aware of this guy, but definitely not dating this guy. So let's just be clear on that. I don't want you to get confused here, but here he is finding the perfect ring for Pokimane.
99 here back with another video. So in this video today, guys, we are going to be looking for the perfect ring for me and Iman Anez. So I'm here at the mall.
This guy has King Cobra vibes, by the way. Like, the only 2 people I've ever seen call their girlfriend by their first and last name every time they reference it.
So I skipped a little ahead here, but he found the K Jewelers. Okay. He found the K Jewelers and he said, this is where we're going to find a ring in my price range. Okay. So here we go.
Let's see.
Oh, he just took a still photo.
Oh, he's just okay. And now props to him, because my budget right now for an engagement ring would be however many Cracker Jack boxes it takes before I finally get a little toy ring in there.
Do they still do that?
I don't know. I think I really dated myself with that one.
For real, Kevin. I think it's illegal to put toys in food now.
Yeah, I should. You mean I've been saving all these UPTs for my cereal box for nothing? I thought I was about to get a notebook.
They outlawed those Kinder eggs or whatever that have those fucking things in them. Those little surprises. They outlawed that shit.
Well, again, that's fair. It's good. Potentially stepping on natural selection a little bit with that one, but it's okay. I approve.
Shouts out to Kanga, 9-month member. Wow. That is crazy.
Just
crazy.
Give her a ring pop. Ooh, there we go. I'm going to take some notes on this one. Shout out. 9-month member giving us some solid advice right there.
A Haribo ring. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Here, let's play a little more.
All right, guys, we have found the perfect 2 rings, and I will definitely be back to get them. So we will definitely update you when we actually come to the mall together. All right, see you then.
He said, I definitely got the rings, and we will definitely be back to get them. Don't worry.
Like, I'm not the only one stuck in the 90s if this guy thinks Pokimane's going to go with him to a mall. That's a great first date.
Go to the mall and pick out your ring, dude. That's like the old-fashioned way, okay? He is really stuck in the 90s. You're right. That would have been the way you did it back then. Now I just fucking Amazon myself a fucking fake-ass big fat shiny one and give it to my wife.
Boom.
That's not how I did it, but that's how you would do it these days.
Yeah, it's exactly how I would do it.
I'm old. I was married almost a decade ago, so
we might Temu that bad boy. We might
no Temu when I got married.
$3.99. That'd be $3.99 for my engagement ring. Boom.
What do they call it? Cubic zirconium. Okay. Congrats, Danny. Well, thank you.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a bad guy in a DC comic.
Congrats, Danny. You're almost 10 years married. You old fuck. I added a little bit there, but thank you, Kango. Let's see. So yeah, here is Shelbo again, and he's upset. Okay. After all that ring talk and after all the happy anniversary talk, he's pissed the fuck off. Okay. How dare you, Pokimane? Babe, who are you calling a real man besides me?
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's
Babe's
see.
another one that usually, and maybe I stole this from The Office, to be fair, but too much use of the word babe is also, to me, an indicator of trouble in paradise. All right. Because
Yeah, babe. Hey,
come on, babe.
I'm trying to think of how often I do that. I'll slip a babe every once in a while, but I feel like it's to do one of those like, I only say it to my wife. First off, it's not like I refer to her as babe to other people or in front of other people or something. You know what I mean?
Like you're in a crowd calling out, "Hey, babe." Like, dude, you think you're the only couple here at the fair, you asshole?
But
And
I
I'm
think
looking around like, wait, maybe somebody's looking for me.
I think I'll drop a babe variety is the spice of life. You know, I drop a babe every once in a while, or a sugar plum, or a sweet pea.
Ooh, honey bunny.
A sugar plum. Oh my God. I'd throw up if I called my wife that. Sugar. Hey, sugar plum. Hey, sweet cheeks. I like that one.
Too many babe says you don't remember my name. I like that one.
Sugar tits. That's
the best one. Yep.
That's what he should have said. Who you calling sugar tits, Pokimane?
Getting into Mel Gibson territory.
Yeah, well, Mel.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Plums do have a different connotation.
Mel has some good with the bad. Okay, so sometimes he said, sugar tits isn't too bad. That's pretty tame.
For like Mel, yeah, definitely.
It's like all the other shit.
It's just a flow of consciousness. You can't quite filter something like that.
Sugar booger.
Hey, there you go. Yes.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's listen.
So, everyone, I want to tell you something. I was just watching Pokemon stream.
I'm sure you were.
And I got a little beef with her right now.
Oh, that's why the relationship ain't great
today.
Dude, if you got a beef with your wife, maybe you talk to her about it, dude. You're gonna make a drama video on YouTube about your wife and your problems where you're watching her on her stream. Okay, this is ridiculous. Is this what society has came to?
Bro,
that a husband is going to watch his wife's stream and then make a response video. I mean, come on.
This man, dude, what a guy celebrating a 4-year anniversary. It feels like it's like celebrating day 5 of your diet. Like, yeah, bro, we're still doing it.
4 months.
Dang, bro. That's 4 months though. Like that's a Cheddar's or an Applebee's, guys. Like if you're out here, if you're gonna celebrate every month till you hit a year, you're gonna have to, in this economy, you have to find a few cheaper date nights.
Yeah, I could, an Applebee's for a 4-month. Yeah, I agree with that. Not like a Kay's Jewelers at the mall after Applebee's, but Applebee's and maybe a movie.
Yeah,
do we do that? Am I dating myself just saying that? It's just like we went to a movie after we went out to eat. Like, what's that?
It's perfect, dude. It's perfect. That way, even if the date's bad, you can just enjoy yourself in the movie for 2.5 hours. You don't have to talk to anybody. You can say, hey, shh. No, I don't know why he said, this is my first time watching the movie too. All right. Quit asking me so many questions. I didn't direct this one. This is the commentary track. Just watch the movie.
All right, let's watch the movie.
That's how all my days go.
She said something to her bodyguard that gives me reason to believe that they're dating.
Oh, fuck. How can somebody be dating your
She
wife?
says to him,
He's got a
that
great
he's a real man.
radar for this, right?
Now,
He
what
can
am I
definitely
supposed to
tell who
think
she's
about
interested
that?
in.
She said,
But you said why? I'm sorry.
I know. I was just saying he definitely has a good idea of when she's attracted to a man or not, right? We can trust his senses on these things. He knows.
Of course. Who would know better than her husband?
says to him that he's a real man. Now, what am I supposed to think about that? Am I crazy for it?
So is he crazy for that? What is he supposed to think
For
when
that,
she says to her bodyguard that she needs a real man, or that he's a real man? That's what he said. She told her bodyguard that he's a real man. Okay. And you don't say that unless you're like, you know, pointing out that someone else is a
Is
fake
not.
man.
yeah,
Could she be
That's
saying that about
true.
her own husband, that he's a fake man?
just saying, hey man, this guy didn't buy my wedding ring at Forever 21 or wherever he was at.
K Jewelers, Kevin, not KB Toys.
You're not supposed to talk to your bodyguard. Oh,
That's
it's like
right.
this is actually setting up a lot like my second favorite Kevin Costner movie. It's called The Bodyguard. It's good.
And was that the grave mistake in The Bodyguard? Is that someone talked to the bodyguard?
Yeah, Whitney Houston, it plays Pokimane in that movie. It's really good.
Okay. Somebody that knows what Kevin's talking about will have to confirm or deny this.
Dude, these people are gonna think I'm like 50 based on some of these records. Like, dude, what are you even talking about?
Kevin dyes his beard, folks. Oh. But yeah, so this, not to be confused out there, people. Okay, don't be confused. This guy is actually Pokimane's stalker and not her husband. So all these jokes that we were making about him being the husband or whatever, rewind and readjust your mind that this guy is actually her stalker. Believe it or not, he's not actually married to Pokimane.
Catfished again.
What the fuck, man?
Dang, dude.
But this leads me to some other things, okay? Because Pokimane isn't the only one getting stalked. Recently, and they're like at a amusement park here, like maybe they're at Disney World or something. I don't know what it is. But okay, recently at some kind of amusement park, Emiru, Valkyrie, and Cinna, all Twitch streamers, if you're not familiar, okay? Some of Twitch's biggest streamers, not the largest female political streamer, though, Denims, okay? She's not here. This is the other ones. Emiru, Valkyrie, and Cinna. Man, Kevin, we need to come up with better names.
Dude,
Kevin
I'm glad you told
Danny?
me they were streamers because I honestly thought you were telling me a tale from Norse mythology. There for a
Yeah,
second.
right. It's like, what fucking fantasy comic am I reading here? No, these are all real names. Kevin and Danny are just plain Jane eggs. Is this real? Okay, what did Poland say? Whitney hooked up with the bodyguard in that movie because she talked to him and her husband was very upset about it. Okay, is that plot synopsis there?
I remember that the thing I remember from The Bodyguard is that he was holding this like samurai sword and she wanted to touch it. And he like very sensually pulls her silk scarf off her neck
Ugh.
and just drops it. And the sword was so sharp that it just cut the scarf just like that, just by gravity. That's all I remember. I was like, Kevin Costner's a pretty badass dude, man.
Well, we just proved Poland's age too. She must be old as shit if she remembers that movie. Sorry to call you out, but anyways, let's watch some of this. Okay, you'll see here on their left, the stalker.
Yes, please.
So this guy says, "I have a proposal for you," and they say, "A proposal." Okay. So he's going to propose to He's gonna propose to Emerald just like Shelbo did. Okay, I'm sure.
Oh my god, dude! Nothing suspicious. This guy, he's like a Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic, dude. He's just popping up with a jump scare out of nowhere. Like
This
he's
kinda
already
freaky.
in like a crouched position. All he has to do is drop one of those knees. He is ready. He's like,
I've got
Is
a,
that-
a proposition.
yeah.
Marry me.
Gonna
I
make
just
you
got
an
this
offer.
ring. I just got this ring as a prize from the fucking the ball throwing game over there.
Yeah, I guess the weight of the bearded lady, so we can finally get engaged.
Exactly.
So I
Okay,
miss
so
being a carny.
let's listen.
Oh God, yes, I didn't see it. Can I sing for a change?
He said, "Can I sing for a change?" Can you hear this, Kevin? I don't want to turn it up
Ooh,
too
do
loud.
I need
There's
to?
like-
Do we want to hear it? Yeah, I can hear it.
There's like ambient noise going on that I don't like, but here, bear with it.
A change for the better, as you would say.
Okay.
As you would say.
For her number.
Oh.
I like it. Can I get your number?
So he says, "I propose for a change," and he
Ooh.
says some cheesy ass shit. You heard it. And then he's like, "If I tell you, can I get her number?" Like, what kind of? He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna propose. I'm gonna propose something to you, but then once I do that, I need you to give me your phone number."
This is it's very smooth. You know, the worst part about this is it does seem a little rehearsed too. So like he at one point or another said there was a bear.
There is a bear. It's about to come out and maul this guy. Just wait. Hold your horses, okay? The bear senses a predator, okay?
Yeah. Now, after this clip, I'm understanding why so many women chose the bear. I might have too.
All right, but let's listen a little bit more.
Number.
I don't have a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, put your number in mine.
I don't know how to use a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait. So I'm gonna keep following her.
Huh?
I'm gonna keep following her.
Not another one. No. You're gonna have to get in line. There's too many stalkers.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this feels fake as hell.
So we can recap this if you want. Now, I mean, it might feel fake, but forensics kind of backs this up, okay? Because they were streaming this whole time, and I guess we don't have all the evidence here, obviously, but you can trust me on it, okay? Have I ever
Okay.
said that before? But you can trust me on it. Earlier in the footage of their stream here, this guy was following them around in a different outfit, okay? Like, the people that are obsessively watching these folks online went back through the footage and looked, and they found this motherfucker, the same guy, in like a different outfit, following behind them and like interacting with them at a different point. He had like said something and they kind of ignored him and like brushed him off and kept walking, but they got a clear shot of like this dude's face, and he had like a hoodie on or whatever. And then he shows up later sitting there waiting for them to come by like this. So like, I mean, I don't know. You could still probably set all that up, whatever. I'm sure that could be the case. Who knows? But it really does seem like this guy was just like, he saw them enter the park or whatever the fuck, or he knew because they talk about it. Oh, today's stream is at Disney World or whatever. And this guy just seems like a complete psychopath that was following behind him. I mean, here he says, "Will you give me your number?" She says, "No, I don't have a phone." He says, "Well, put your number in my phone." And she says, "No, I don't know how to use a phone." Now, if you couldn't be more like, besides just saying, "Leave me the fuck alone, creep," if you couldn't be more obvious with your like lack of interest here, I don't know how you could. But after she says no twice, he says, "Well, I'm just going to follow you then. I'm just going to follow behind."
Which is just
He's
he's very dumb. Not that, I mean, I don't want to sit here and say that most stalkers are smart, but this just seems like very dumb stalker behavior. Maybe, I don't know. He said, "Well, if you're not going to give me your number, I guess I'll just follow you around." That'll definitely work. That'll win her over. That's the kind of persistence, I guess, that our grandparents had, where it's like, oh well, just make sure you're everywhere she's at. Then eventually you can break her down. You can wear her down into that first date. Like what? Just some real unbalanced behavior, Danny. So this guy either probably needs to be put in a home, or this was staged for attention. Either way, I just maybe at one point these folks will stop streaming from very public locations where any asshole can also be there, and then quite quickly determine exactly where they are because they're at a
right. They're at a fucking amusement park. It's not like these motherfuckers couldn't afford to rent this bitch out for the day anyways. It's like they're three like multi-millionaire ladies going to the amusement park. I mean, I get it. They maybe want to feel normal for once, but I don't know. This is what happens when you try to feel normal. You get fucking stalked.
Well, and I would counter that, Danny. If they want to feel normal, turn the fucking camera off for a day.
There you go.
You want to go to amusement park, just fucking go. You don't have to be paid. It's just this odd, weird thing that happens. I assume mainly only with streamers, especially with IRL streamers and anybody on Twitch, where it's just, well, I can't do anything without streaming it. Like if you want a day off, you want to feel normal, you want to just go be a person for a day, don't fucking stream yourself going to Cedar Point. Just go.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's a great point. That is a great point. And I mean, like, a lot of it does have to do with that. They get stalked the most, especially by like how Advent said, the stream sniper, in real life stream snipers. It happens to them the most when they go out to public places like this, obviously. So this is like prime time for this guy to do this because they can't really tell him to go away. They're at a public, a place, a public amusement park. He probably paid to get in just like they did. But Headbug said something I wanted. Oh, isn't the cameraman male? Wouldn't he step in and be like, fuck off? Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure, we're talking like 80s, 90s% sure that the cameraman here is Hassan's same cameraman, like his producer editor guy that's like behind the scenes on their podcast and whatnot. It's this like tall, lanky emo dude. I believe his name's like Marsh or something. But I'm pretty sure that's the cameraman. And what you're describing here is not going to happen with that guy. Unfortunately, like, I just don't think he has the gumption in him to be like, don't stalk these girls. Okay. The cameraman is Hassan's is what I heard. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that is his cameraman here. And he's just going to be I don't want to judge a book by its cover, but I've never been very intimidated by the emo boy. I'm just saying. Sorry.
Yeah, but you're talking about a dude here who's wearing a long sleeve shirt under a Hawaiian shirt. He also does not have the build for that Hawaiian shirt, sir. You need at least an extra 15, 20 pounds on you before a Hawaiian shirt. I mean, they're designed specifically for a dad/grandpa bod, and you got this guy with a turtleneck on under his. I don't know. He's not very threatening either. I mean, he'd be threatening if I were a young female streamer. I'd be scared of him. But.
So we've got more here. Check this out. Okay, so they tried to move to a different area, get in line for something after this experience with that freakazoid. And of course, he doesn't leave them alone here. Let's watch.
Brilliant, Danny. That's exactly what I would do. If someone was following me, I'd say, let me go wait in a line that moves painfully slow for the next 2 hours.
Yeah. Do you want some sunglasses?
Now he's hovering around them here. If you can tell, they're like looking over their shoulder.
Incognito time. Stand behind me. I'm gonna keep following her. Yeah. Where's your little Glock? I mean the lighter.
Your little Glock. She's like, did you carry your weapon with you today?
You got your burner on you, and I'm not talking about the phone.
I think we're just gonna go.
Let's go.
So he keeps following her.
This is why every streamer should keep a revolver in their sock. Don't actually do that. Or don't tell them I told you to do that.
Hey, excuse me.
No,
Security.
Emily, no.
Hey,
Stop.
whoa.
It's fucking fight right now.
What?
Get away from now.
Security.
You harassing us?
What's going on? Right now. I'll kill you right now.
He got up in their cameraman's face saying, I'll kill you right now. And
Security, please.
Security.
I don't know, man. I still feel that this is very fake. But that's just me.
So, I mean, fair. You know how it is. You don't know anything these days, really. When it comes to these streamers and shit, Kevin's theory could be completely valid. And that, you would like to think, I would like to take it all at face value and think that, would I like to? I don't know. I just would think that they wouldn't lie about something so serious, I guess is what I mean. I don't want them to be stalked. I'd actually prefer that it was set up and that they just staged the whole thing and that they're not actually getting stalked. But if you take them at their word about something serious that's happening and you believe that they were getting stalked in this scenario and all this is real and not staged, very fucked up. Honestly, it's very fucked up both ways, because one way it's like our society this is what I think. I think it was real, and I think that we have gotten to the stage where psychos are very more comfortable with just following you around if you're a streamer or whatever, and all this weirdo shit. And the parasocial online shit has reached its max. Like, that's what I think. And I think that this is real or whatever. But if you don't, and you think that it's set up, which could very well be true, it's also fucked up to think that we're at the point where for me to get views, I'm willing to lie about getting stalked by some freak and put on a show. And it's like all three of them would be complicit, right? It's three big famous streamers that are just, doing this shit for clout and setting up a whole scenario where they're getting stalked. That's fucking freakish behavior too. If we're willing to believe, okay, the stalker thing is real, the stalker obviously is doing way worse freakish behavior. But if they are faking it and none of this is real and they're willing to do that, they're also fucking freakazoids. That's some fucking unhinged garbo content shit to just completely fabricate a fucking stalking like this.
Yeah, you're right. I think Jade's right too. It's either way, it's bad. And part one, right? Women are unsafe from creeps. even if I am right, and like you said, and this all is put together for clout. Not only is everyone involved just the shittiest type of person, but it wouldn't be that believable, I don't think, if there weren't so much evidence that part one is just correct regardless. That, yeah, there are a lot, like whether this one's real or not, there certainly are these types of creepy individuals. Mm-hmm. There certainly are psycho stalkers, and true crime is almost got enough of its own sub-genre now of a content of social media influencers, YouTubers, TikTokers who are now murderers. So it's just kind of like it's not even just that as a content creator you got to be worried about being out in public, but now you might want to be careful who you're watching, because they might be killing somebody else in their free time. It's crazy. So yeah, either way, it's bad.
Yeah, for sure. Where is this? Somebody said something that I wanted to. Oh, Harl said, bro got no punch. Bro got no punch for that Hawaiian fit.
Right, dude.
Hawaiian punch reference. I like that. Okay. Keep it up, Harls. Keep up the good work. But Poland says, who would volunteer to be a stalker for clout? I mean, yeah, like effectively that guy's life, is under a lot of scrutiny now that people have seen his face or whatever. So I agree with that too. Like, who would volunteer for that? But then again, like, people have faked just as psycho shit.
Dude,
So I would believe it either way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, there's someone who streams daily who faked cancer and also faked a hit and run manslaughter for attention.
Right.
Like, some of these people don't care how you think of them so long as you think of them, and they are able to monetize that one way or another. So there was a time, and I believe it was when we were watching a bunch of Vitaly streams, where I too had that same thought. Who would be so foolish as to willingly pretend to be a pedo for clout and for money? I no longer have those reservations. To me, that's as believable as there being an actual real life creep stalker at Cedar Point. I think you flip a coin on this one. Either outcome is probable.
Yeah, no, for sure. Headbug says, I just can't believe you're living in a world where the first thing we do is pick up a camera or keep filming rather than get somewhere safe. I mean, I struggle with this one a little bit. Like, I do understand, and certainly if it's fake, you know, they're obviously going to keep the cameras rolling. They want the cameras rolling for the whole thing. That's the whole point, you know, whatever. So if it is fake, yeah, you know, it makes sense that they would keep rolling. But she says, keep filming rather than get somewhere safe. I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea to keep filming if you're being stalked by somebody, especially if it's like that they had a cameraman there. Like, the guy was their cameraman. So certainly, like, for evidence sake, if the guy like came up and did something, like, they had it all on camera. So like, there's no better proof than the footage of it. Like, I don't think it's completely stupid to keep the camera rolling if you're getting fucked with like that. I mean, especially if you're already recording it anyways. Like, they were streaming or whatever there. So I don't know. Like, I wouldn't tell my cameraman, like, shut it off. I'd be like, get all this, dude. Like, this guy's a psycho. We got to keep it up. But exactly what she said there, they weren't trying to get to somewhere safe. That is valid, I feel like, because once the guy said his piece and said, like, oh, I'm going to follow her or whatever, after she denied him the number, like, that exchange should have been their cue to leave. And if their cameraman kept filming while they were leaving because the guy was following them or whatever on their way out, I think that that's valid. But yeah, they shouldn't have like got in line for another thing. Like, I guess they were hoping that, you know, guy would just leave them alone. I mean, especially when you're on camera, like Poland said, like, who would want to be the stalker for clout? Like, you would think that he would leave eventually, but I guess he didn't. But I think that is, you know, I agree with Headbug on that, where like, maybe you should have just left after the initial weirdness, you know. Maybe it's not worth it to stay here any longer. Like, this guy's not going to go away. Let's get out of here. That's valid.
Yeah, it doesn't jive with what I would imagine the actual fight or flight response would be, right? Like, if you're genuinely scared about this, I do concede Poland's point. You know, you would, where would you be safer than in public? That maybe is fair. True. But there's 4 or 5 of you. I'm not sure. Maybe they didn't all commute there together, but if they did, it's just sort of, yeah, but the 5 of us would be safer in any other public place than this one. So again, so long as we don't immediately fucking broadcast where we are now, so that this guy can look that up on Google and find it. Yeah, the whole thing, it just sort of, to me, just screams that either it was intentional or they immediately saw the value in continuing to stream about it. As they just, I wasn't buying that anyone was genuinely scared in that situation, even as they were leaving. You know, and she comes back and she's yelling for security after security's already talking to the guy, and it just seemed, I didn't hear any fear in that. It just felt like bad acting. I guess at the end,
back half of it is where it seemed like you could start to sense the fear, where they're like, where he was like coming up and saying, I'll kill you. Like, I don't think they took him seriously necessarily at first when he said all that shit, which they should have, certainly. But I think it was not until he started like approaching them and saying that shit that they really got like concerned about the whole situation. So yeah, I mean, really honestly, another aspect of the whole thing too is like, although I agree with the whole broadcasting yourself in public all the time is going to lend to this problem, I don't necessarily think that the way the world should work is like, well, if you're going to film in public, you should just automatically sign up for people being freaks to you. You know, I wish that that wasn't how like the world worked. You know what I mean? Like I should be able to go film myself and my friends having fun at a place without worrying about some stalker fucking with me. Like they should be allowed to do whatever they want at this amusement park without getting fucked with. In theory, you know,
Yeah,
like that's how
I
the
agree.
world should work. They should be left alone. You're not automatically signing up for that. But the way the world is, it just, unfortunately, that's how it goes, I guess.
Yeah, it's just sort of like I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think it would be a much better place if everyone could do what they wanted whenever, but this is also in some ways an equivalent to me wishing I wasn't bald and then just letting my hair grow out and walking around outside looking
Right.
like Jack in the Shining and then wondering why I can't get a date. Well,
I
it's
mean,
like,
fair
well,
enough.
shit, dude, you're bald, dude. Like that's the reality that you live in. You are bald.
Yeah.
Handle it accordingly. Move forward with the options that are available to you, and just be smart about it. So yeah, you know, I wish that there weren't creeps and psychos and sickos in this world, but there are. And if you're going to be out in public and if you want to be a public figure, it just comes with the territory. So
Yeah.
thinking that it won't is just going to be a disservice to yourself. So you might as well just be smart about it. And honestly, I just can't understand the mentality of anyone who would want such a lack of privacy at all times either, you know, where it's just like, yeah, dude, like I get it. You should be able to stream from there and not have to worry about that shit 100%. But also like, why do you want to be streaming from everywhere? Especially when you know that one of the side effects could be that, you know, if you're trying to get paid by getting lonely dudes to pay to watch you stream, like it just stands to reason that one of those lonely dudes might be a little crazy and he might come looking for you thinking that you might actually love him because you're the perfect woman or what. It's just sort of like, I don't know. Don't stick your head in the sand. Just take care of yourself, man. It's a scary world.
Look out for yourself. Numero uno, first and foremost. Yeah. No, I agree. I think, Kevin, honestly, I think we have had a measured and very logical and great conversation about this. To be honest, we have hit every valid point, I feel like. And we even have chat like Kangalope saying even more. I mean, honestly, the most transcendent thing said today, Kangalope there. Some women love the baldies. That's very true. But yes, I mean, Poland has a point too. We all have points. Good points. Because yeah, I don't want to be filmed randomly in public either. So yeah, no, you're right. There's valid points from all sides, folks. But here, last but not least, we'll get into this. But we're not going to get to the Amaranth update today, but maybe next week. But here we have peach jars. Okay, dumbass name, I know. It sounds like some kind of freaky, like 2 girls 1 cup era shit. You know what I mean? Peach jars.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah, I feel that. Something off about it.
So she's been apparently getting stalked for, what did I put down here? 2 years. Okay. And we'll watch this. It says a man stalking streamer Peach Jars lost his job and got kicked out of his house after the streamer contacted his boss and parents. How are you going to let the person you're stalking out stalk you? Okay. So wait until you hear this guy too. We get a snippet of his voice. He leaves like voice memos and you'll start to understand the whole, his parents got involved.
Yeah, that's what I was like, bro. I'm not surprised to hear that the parents were also informed. My God, dude, but it just makes the headline a little funnier.
So here, let's listen to Peach Jars here.
Guys, my stalker is back, and let me explain to you why I find it so funny. This guy is.
Is this too sexual for you? When it's
Well,
like,
no,
talking
I'm
about
just
stalkers.
Is it stalking if it's somebody who's just trying to save those other 100 Dalmatians before they get turned into a fur coat?
Okay, Cruella.
I'm just saying, like, is it
Ms.
Animal
DeVille.
Services is not a stalker, all right? That's a part of the government. They're just trying to save those poor, malnourished dogs.
Is this me just now figuring out that Cruella DeVille is Cruel Devil? Is that just me now finding that out? Wow.
You did it. You did it.
Brain work today.
Cruella
Peach Jars.
DeVille Eilish. That's a good one too, dude.
Yeah, I like that.
Boom. John just casually drops by to drop a gold bomb in here like that. That's beautiful.
All right, but let's listen.
So funny. This guy isn't even good at stalking me. About 2 years ago, he tried to stalk me.
What's this?
I ended up contacting his work.
You Dr.
He
Disrespect
lost his
edit this
job.
thing?
I contacted his parents. They kicked him out. Like, this man literally has nothing. He's not even good at stalking. I stalked him better. How are you going to let the person you're stalking out-stalk you? That's not right. Anyways, I'm not even going to bother blocking him because I kind of find him like funny, like a class pet type of thing. So if you see him in the comments, just let him know I said hi. I'll talk to your parents soon.
Now, with this one, I gotta say, it's like, and I don't know this for a fact. But I do have to say, like, it seems like her stalker is like some guy that has sent her Discord messages that she didn't like. Whereas like Pokimane and them were getting, or not Pokimane, but Emiru and Valkyrie and them at the amusement park. They were like, a guy was there physically, like coming at them, saying he's going to end them. Okay. So I feel like it's a little easier, and I could be wrong. Like, who knows? This guy could have tried to get her in real life too. But I just feel like the energy here for the guy that's sending you crappy Discord messages. Yeah, of course you could stalk him back and fuck with him and be like, I'm not even going to block him because I think it's funny. But wait until he like shows up at your door. Like, I don't know if you should be so like, I got a stalker, but I have stalked him. That's how cool I am. It's like, yeah, you wait until some real fucking psychopath fucks with you. And like, this could be an invitation. This could be the prime invitation for some guy to be like, oh, like what? You think you're above this, bitch? Like, I'll show you.
Yeah, challenge accepted. Yeah, I'm torn on this one because on one hand, Danny, I think emasculating your stalker is an A+ move.
Yeah,
just like really sticking it to him, like, dude, you're not even good at this. No wonder you're alone, you pathetic loser. Like, you can't even stalk me, right? You live with mom and dad. A part of me is just sort of like they probably did a lot to piss you off, and I approve that. I'm like, brava, well done. But also, yeah, it's kind of like an invitation. And I'm just saying, he might have gotten enjoyment out of that. You never know. Well, you never know what kind of mommy issues this dude could potentially have, where he's like, oh yeah, berate me more. And all you've done is turned your stalker up to 11. Man,
it sounds like
pure comic book hero stuff. You're taking a lower grade villain and you're injecting some sort of
super
power. Yeah, exactly. It's be like, okay, well, we need this guy to become the villain in the next arc. It's like, this is some invincible shit right here.
Well, look at this though. Cadbuck says it's her kink, Danny. She likes it. So take her theory and mix it with your theory, and it sounds like they're meant to be together.
What, dude? Oh my God, this is a twist. Unlike Shellbow, this is like an actual game her and her boyfriend are playing. They're role playing. He's he's the stalker. She's texting his parents like, tell that cuck son of yours not to come home without his ball gag or something. And they're just like having this fantasy out in front of all of us. Their own little ARG for all of us to sift through.
He shows up for his McDonald's shift or whatever, and his boss is like, yeah, sorry, we're going to have to let you go. some lady just called here and said you've been stalking her online, and we just can't have that in our staff here. And he's just like busting fat nuts in his
Yeah,
face.
he grabs the bathroom key on the way out. He's like, okay, I'll be out in 5. I gotta take care of something real quick. He's a real Dennis Reynolds, this guy.
But here is so this is 2023 October 25. So
Wait,
same
what? This
guy.
is from the future? Oh, 2023. I was like, wait,
October 25th, 2023. How did I say that? I don't know.
I don't know. You just Euro styled that date and it threw me off. I was like, wait, October 23rd of 2025.
That was for our UK viewers out there. And our Aussie.
It's the
Aussie
time traveling
viewers.
stalker. I'm into this.
But no, this was 2 years ago, okay, or roughly, whatever. The same guy fucking with her still. So listen to this. Maybe.
Only you must face me yourself.
What?
Oh, one more thing. Anyone that
oh no.
anyone that stands in my way will be crushed.
Anybody that stands in my way will be crushed.
Oh no. Yikes. What?
They will either be killed, destroyed,
Oh.
or probably bleed to death.
They will be killed, destroyed, or probably bleed to death. So
Was something like that.
All 3 of those, I believe, are the same. God, oh boy.
Feet upset.
Yeah, right. I think we're all sort of coming to a realization.
You can't
together,
say
aren't
that. Take it back.
Oh no. I believe it's pronounced challenged, Poland.
Take it back.
You can go ahead and stop me.
You can go ahead and stop me, he
But
says.
you better hope I don't have anything to shove up your ass
Oh!
and make it go boom.
Oh! So he's been to the Lion's Den, I see. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
You better hope I don't have anything to shove up your ass and go boom, okay? Again, if your theory is correct, Kevin, she just got her panties just dropped there and hit the ground, fucking put a crater.
To be fair, if I had heard this audio first, I would not have had my theory. I feel very Matt Pat right now. You know, like I didn't wait for all the Five Nights at Freddy's games to come out, and now my theory is just dog shit.
Well, fair enough.
What would possibly go boom in the circumstance?
You better hope I don't have something to shove up your ass. The face of a woman enjoying herself. I mean, honestly, we may have just found a new power couple. Okay,
I'll have to take your word for it, Jade. I've never seen that face before.
Peach Jaws, and her best friend and lover.
Damn it. That is what a confusing thread.
Snaggle Taggle is on it. Shut the fuck up, dude.
No.
Don't throw our little commentary kings under the bus, okay?
Wouldn't have
just
pegged
because...
her for a dominatrix.
Okay, just because some of the little small commentary heads have a wisp, okay? Trainers. You guys quit picking on all my friends in the commentary community, okay? Quit picking on my friends. Oh dear Lord.
Oh, we're all going to hell, gang. At least they'll probably give us seats near each other, so that's good.
Well, the way it's going, Kev, the way things are going, they're gonna have to like reevaluate the whole like heaven and hell thing, because like there's a new caliber of low. So I feel like our caliber of low is actually now high. We're not going low anymore. We're actually just normal, and our takes are based and normal.
We're like the middle management of hell
because of how psycho things have got. It's much the bar is moved.
It's like that Elon meme. It's just like, yeah, everybody's getting a little worse, so we're over here. We used to be
They
We used to be
think we're
centrist.
crazy, and now we're based.
Yeah, it's like the opposite. Yeah, now we're cool now.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, thank you all for being here. You guys have all been wonderful. I mean, how it really goes to show you something about the commentary community that a guy comes up with a lisp and they named like 8 of them that have lisps. There's literally like 10 different commentary dudes in the chat that they've said that have lisps.
A lot of fellas caught strays today.
Man, sorry guys. It wasn't us, it was the audience, okay?
Yeah, we didn't do anything. You should, and honestly, if it hurts your feelings, you should probably get some help.
Yeah, they're called speech therapists.
Damn it, I was gonna segue into a BetterHelp ad, but that's okay. This works too.
Sorry, I stepped all over that.
No. Oh boy, like and subscribe for more Speedway to Hell podcasts like this.
That's exactly
If you want
right.
to balance out all the good you're doing in your life, make sure you are subscribed.
That's right.
So you can come to church every Sunday.
Because a subscription is an endorsement. In fact, anybody that you subscribe to, you are endorsing everything that they say. So just keep that in mind when you hit that subscribe button, that you're validating everything, every crazy nut job thing that me and Kevin say on the show.
That's true. And all of Danny's tweets.
Especially those. Next time I get yelled at about a tweet I make, I'm just gonna say, dude, we have 590 subscribers that agree with what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like, thanks a lot, chat. You know.
Sorry, but we are in fact based and true about everything. So fuck you.
We got to get working on that refund process.
I already told Poland about the refunds. Okay.
I like this from Sleek. If they think what we said about them was bad, they should hear what we've said about you.
Fair enough. I think that's our cue to get out of here. Anyways, let me run through chat here real quick just to mention at the top, appreciate Headbug, even though she doesn't endorse everything that we say, okay, especially what I say on Twitter. She did give us 5 gifted memberships, and we love her for that. Very much appreciate you. Thank you so much. And shouts out to Kangaloo, 9-month member. Okay, you guys are champs. If you are here chatting with us or just lurking, though, you're all great people, and we love you. Stand back and stand by, okay? Poland, stand back and stand by, okay? Once I do those tariffs, we may be able to get you your refund there, okay?
Okay. I'm more of a check guy. Okay, I like writing checks.
But let's shout everybody out. We've got Poland Spring commenting on our loading screen when we were late.
What?
Shouts out to executive producer Poland Spring and our podcast Fiercely Friendly or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking bullshit lie. Seriously.
Like Friend Fatale or something. Yeah, it was
good. Kangaloope was here. Nice to see you, Kanga. I already shouted her out for the 9-month thing, so she gets double shouts out today.
See, that's what membership gets you. It gets perks like an extra shout out.
And just say her name a whole bunch.
It's quite a deal.
The more you donate, the more there's a higher quota of I have to meet of your name. So, keep that in mind. We could just do an entire show saying like Poland Spring, Poland Spring, Poland Spring, Poland Spring, Poland Spring. Could you do 2 hours of that?
Can I do it in different voices? I say, well, I like different water, but that Poland Spring, wow, just wow,
just wow. Poland Spring, everything's computer there. I've heard
cleanest water, freshest water, no computer. It's just water. They just get it right from the spring. Okay, released it. I said, I need to get that water to California.
Poland Spring, it reminds me of when I was a kid. You remember when you just stick your mouth directly up to the hose and take a sip? Okay, exactly what Poland Spring's like. Love that. Okay.
Oh, and look at that! Boom! Another shout out. Then.
Oh,
double time.
Headbug. How many times do I have to say it? Appreciate you. Wow.
5 times.
Gosh, goodness gracious. How
Thank you
generous
so
of you.
much.
Thank you so much. I mean, we've been complimented on being bald and we've gotten paid for it. Fluently
Yes.
forward. Okay.
I feel like
Shouting out
Wings of
fluently
Redemption.
forward.
You can make fun of me all you want as long as
You
it's on the back of a $10 bill, brother.
Oh, I was gonna say you should go to the doctor if you feel like Wings of Redemption.
Can't take this shit no more, man.
I hear he's having fun at Fat Camp this week, though. Shouts out.
Can't believe he went.
V-Dub, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And sauerkraut is German. You're right. I was wrong. It was cabbage I was thinking of. You know, same difference. Harles Barkley was here. Give Danny a break. He's a pasta guy. Okay. That's true. That's true. I'm a pasta guy and a corned beef and cabbage guy. Okay. I see Kanga say, I'm going to make corned beef and cabbage for St. Patty's Day, which is like appropriate, whatever. It's an Irish American thing. They might not do it in Ireland. Okay. But then somebody's like, excuse me, on her comment and was like, actually not Irish. We don't do that in Ireland. Okay. We don't do that in Ireland. Okay, people. We don't do the cabbage and the corned beef in Ireland. That's an American thing. Okay. We claim that in America. But
what's next? Sauerkraut? You got to say we eat sauerkraut next, huh?
It is an Irish American thing, though. Like, what the heck are we talking about? Come on. Come on. Anyways. Come on. Kanga, Poland, Harles, Vida, Ren. Nice to see you, Ren. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
That's right. Bars.
Who else is in here? Who else is in here? We got Hash. Don't forget to shout out a Hash when you see one. Okay.
Oh, hi.
Hashtag. Do they still do that? Hashtag. That's so dumb. Oh, I hate that so much.
Would you prefer pound? And go back to calling it the pound
Pound.
sign?
Yeah, I do.
A lot of hashtags would read funnier if we did
you
that.
Said pound. K-Huck was here. Nice to see you, K-Huck. Hopefully, okay, I didn't shout it out last week, actually, because I forgot. But I will say something about it this week. I think, and for... you know, as far as I know, people, okay, I think this is going to happen. Me and Kevin might appear on somebody else's show, and it may be K-Huck's show on Thursday. Maybe. It might be. I don't know. You'll have to turn in to see. Maybe you will. Maybe it won't.
Some say you'll get one of us. Some say you'll get both. But, you know, either way, there will be a show.
I lose too much of my voice by the end of this, and I feel like my voice is too high-pitched to do a real good Trump. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Okay, people, gotta be a little high pitched. Okay, I'm losing my voice here. It's what happens when you're the greatest president talking about everything.
This is my voice on the golf course. Okay, I'm dropping a little. Not as much effort. Not as much energy. I gotta get some terms. Apparently, I need to look up.
Andy Zucchini was here talking about Kevin being a cis male. Sleek was here. Nice to see you, Sleek. Let's keep it rolling. Bite Size Vikes was here.
Johnny.
I saw him, so shouts out to him.
Shout out Johnny. Shout out to Advent. Yeah, Advent.
Johnny boy. Advent. I did see Advent. He was here. He watched the show at one point. He did. Advent. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. There he is. Woo Clouters. That's right. That's right. We were here and we were queer. And now we're not anymore because the show's over. Okay.
Because we prayed the gay away. That's how it works.
You only get 2 hours of gay. That's all you get.
And we're back. The scales must be balanced, folks. We've talked about this.
Anyways. Harl says, been a moment since I caught a K-Huck show. She's super chill. Yeah, it's supposed to be 8 p.m. Thursday with K-Huck. Okay, so check us out. If you're still here, you can check us out there on Thursday. We'll probably be back with some other stuff throughout the week. I didn't do any shorts last week. I was uninspired. Hopefully this week I will be inspired to do some. But if not, we will at least be back on Sunday. If all else fails, we definitely will be here next Sunday, 11 a.m. sharp. Okay, so look forward to that. Kevin, what do you have to say to him?
Well, if you'd like to follow me online, you can find me on Twitter at @KevNevick_. If you'd like to follow me in real life, I guess I'll let you guys know next time I go to Cedar Point, and we can set something up there, and I can pretend like you're stalking me, and we can all
invite
get a
me.
little
I'll just
clout.
come.
That'll be good. Yeah. Other than that, be on the lookout for us doing some dweeb stuff. It sounds like Danny might be coming through to talk Invincible, because we're definitely doing an Invincible episode. So instead of me just rambling by myself for an hour, I think you guys would probably have a lot more fun if Danny and I chopped it up.
Well, I would love
Talk
that.
about the Guardians of the Globe. So be ready for that.
They suck. Spoilers. Anyways.
We're low energy.
Anyways, people, it's over. Give it up. Click off the screen. We're out of here. Peace. Peace.